D, how was your weekend, King?
My weekend was amazing. I hung out. I hung out with the good brother Dave, Cynthia, and Benoit again yesterday. So that was a good vibe.
You've been hanging out with Benny. You've been hanging out with Benny a little
Yup,
bit
yup,
much, B.
yup. I had much. I had much. Because nobody else is taking her time. What else? What I'm supposed to do? Just let her just be
Oh,
there
Oh wow,
and not spend time with her?
you
Look,
clutching
if,
my
if I
pearl.
call her, she say she busy. If she busy, then I don't get that time. But if she available, then taking it. You
Um,
know, it's like extra
pause.
hours for extra overtime hours. People just be going crazy. That's better than waffle. I'm like, we get these hours in.
so Benny has
Objectifying.
so Benny has D's diary gone up any since you've been hanging with him? Has it decreased any?
You a funny boy. I'm going on mute.
D, I listen. I'm hearing good things. I was hearing these streets, and I'm hearing bad things. Alice, no, Benoit, how was your weekend, Quay?
It went well. It went well. I was riding a bull for the first time on Saturday.
You was what?
Yeah, you heard right. Electric bull.
Elect,
It was at a
Not a
you know those
total
are
bull.
you know
elect.
those electric bulls.
What's an
The
electric bow?
mechanical bull.
You know, like the mechanical bulls, what's his name? Genuine's video pony. Those electrical bulls that people
Oh,
ride
you
on.
rode an electrical bull. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna mind
Yeah,
my business. I'm gonna mind my business because nothing comes to mind but Allison.
but it
How was
wasn't.
your weekend?
Smart.
Leave it alone, Broadway. Um, jump on it, jump on it. Allison, you know that choreography?
No.
Here we go. She's starting off early, D, and I got her too. She's
Oh
starting
my
off
God.
early.
A
My weekend was
selective
good.
memory.
Oh my gosh. My weekend was good. Um, I can't complain. I started it off spending some time with that big head up there, but I had allergies, but I was still outside. It was just too nice to not
Hay
be.
fever.
No, for real, ragweed is it's horrible. But it was good. It was a good weekend.
I love to hear it. I love to hear it. All right, so let's get the wind beneath our feet and go out in the blaze of glory. That's the only way to be a giant. Now that we got the dirt out the way, now that we got the soft and pink things out the way, Mike, 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 Mike. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to another episode of Live on Broadway Podcast. Greetings, greetings, greetings and salutations to you all. Greetings and salutations to you all. Shout out to the Giants. Shout out to the Giants. Shout out to Terrica. I see you, Queen. Big energy. I appreciate you. I see you on YouTube. What up, though? Everybody tap in. Clubhouse, pin that link up to the top, Allison, please. Tap in with us on YouTube. Hit that like button. Show your social currency, please. And thank you in advance. Thank you in advance. Welcome back to another episode of Live on Broadway Podcast. What I didn't, what I alluded to is I had a good weekend. I had a real good weekend. I had a really good weekend. Some things I want to share with you guys, but I'm not able to at the moment in this capacity. But last week we took off impromptu, because we just had some things that showed up that needed handling by way of the event space. And I can't wait to invite you out to that. I can't wait to invite you all out to it. It's gonna be a good time. A good time when we do this grand opening. I'm creating a flyer now, so you guys could definitely get it. Tap in with us if you're in the New York tri-state area and you guys got something you guys want to share with us. You guys want to, be a part of what we're doing by way of the event space. Tap in with me, Broadway the Giant. Let me introduce this podcast, though. Welcome back to another episode of Live on Broadway Podcast, where the situations matter more than the relationships. Perspectives will be respected by everybody. And if this is your first time tapping in, don't be easily threatened or angered, because much like you, every giant here first started off as a perfect stranger. We ask that you guys tap in with us and get and acclimate yourselves to what we're doing on YouTube, Broadway the Giant, Live on Broadway Podcast on all DSPs. Tap in with us, you heard? Tap in. What up, Mario? I see you, beloved. I see you. Salute my YouTube and Instagram family. What up, though? Tap in with us on YouTube, Facebook. We're streaming live right now on YouTube. Tap in with us there, too. Clubhouse. I would be remiss if I didn't make mention that we actually been we've been very booked over there at D. Hello? D, how that thing looking over there, man? Is things looking all right, huh?
Yeah, it's moving and grooving. Just right. Everything's going according to plan.
I had the liberty of actually getting Allison and D out to the spot impromptu. They ain't stayed long, but they just tapped in and say, "Yo, B, I know you over at the spot, so I'm gonna tap in and pull up." And they did that, and I'm happy that you guys pulled up. Thank you, Allie. Thank you, D. But I wasn't gonna do it. Nah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. We got a lot to talk about tonight. And it's regarding One Heart, Two Loves. One Heart, Two Loves. Very interesting topic, and one we're gonna have tonight. I'm gonna play a clip. I'm gonna turn my music high. Because I need you guys to tap in and tell me how you guys feel. Oh man, a lot of y'all choosing Marshall. A lot of y'all choosing Marshall on YouTube. Okay, cool. I'm gonna play a clip. I want to get to it. We're not here for a long time, but we're here for a good time. And I'm gonna pause it through the duration of me playing these clips, because I want you guys to tap in and see what the hell is going on. Because I got some.
Yo, I got a question for you. Is your room? It is. All right, get it. All right, go.
It's whatever Allison did. That's a good thing or a bad thing. Could be both. Whatever it is Allison did that shit.
Oh my God.
She don't like people, so she probably made it only exclusive to people that she knows.
Vern, what up?
That is not true. Can you stop spreading rumors?
Nah, I don't think it's a rumor if it's true.
Prove me wrong. All of us.
Yo, so look, quick, before I play this video. So, I have the pleasure of having my beautiful lady in the kitchen, right? She's over there, chef.
Where a woman should be.
Yeah. No, don't do that, D. Don't do it. You're gonna have a look. I am not co-signing that.
Messing up your whole dinner vibe.
Yeah, but the point of why I'm bringing that up is because she made me this beautiful cocktail, but I think it's the placebo effect. Is there any liquor in here? Yeah. Wow, I don't even taste it. Nah, I'm good. All right, let's play the clip. Let's roll the tape. Live on Broadway Podcast. And I understand and know why that is, Benoit, to your earlier statement. But I'm gonna have to, indeed, I'm gonna have to like split something eventually, because my in and my out is not allowing me to do what I need to do. So I'm just grin and bear it, but thank you for that, Benny. Check this out. Live on Broadway Podcast.
Marshall, I can't love you because I'm attracted to Josh. I just saw Josh, and there is some chemistry.
So what was the talk about?
It was him basically confessing his feelings.
What are you saying to me right now?
I don't want to be with you anymore.
before we do a deep dive and play that whole clip, anybody watching Love is Blind season 4? Anybody?
Yep, me. Yep.
God, this show is. I hate this show and I love it at the same time. I swear for God. But let's rewind the tape.
You want to be?
Marshall, I can't love you because I'm attracted to Josh. I just saw Josh, and there is some chemistry.
So what was the talk about?
It was him basically confessing his feelings.
What are you saying to me right now?
I don't want to be with you anymore, and
You want to be with Josh?
I will find that out.
Okay, Jackie. That is very hurtful.
I'm just telling you, Marshall.
Oh, happy Jackie. Jackie and Marshall. Let's talk about it real quick. So she taps in, Jackie, just to give you guys, if you've been living under a rock and don't know what Love is Blind is, what is it, about 4 couples? What is it, about eight different people, Allison? And they all meet up in these little pods, right? They meet up in these little pods.
10.
10. Thank you, Allie. Allison's going to get me right all the way right tonight. What up, Shanae? So it's these 10 people. They meet in a pod. It's on Netflix. Spoiler alert. They meet in a pod, and what the pod is, there's a war between them, and they both are talking, and they're trying to find love, but they're trying to not have it be based off of physical appearance and what you normally would go with. What they're doing is they're having these lengthy conversations. They break the show down, edit it out to about maybe 2-minute conversations, but they in there for a matter of weeks. All right. They leave the pod, So the guys, after you found your match, you got to propose to said person. The guys propose, and now they get a chance to actually see each other for the first time in coming episodes. After they see each other, what takes place is the guy is to get down on one knee and propose in person while actually seeing them. Mind you, while they're in a pod, they cannot see each other. I can't emphasize that enough. The show is called Love is Blind, right? So because they can't see each other, all they feelings are supposed to be predicated off of real feelings and emotion. Who would do that? I certainly wouldn't be proposing to somebody to spend the rest of my life with them based off of how they speak and how they sound, and not based off of just their intellect or they
sounds like a catfish heaven.
Catfish heaven, D. I couldn't do it. So what happened? What up, Ace? So what happens is, at Quill, what up, though, beloved? I see you. So what's happening is, salute, King. What's happening is everybody hit that link up top and hit that like button, show your social currency. So Jackie, there's a situation on the show where Marshall and this guy named Josh are both checking for Ho Happy Jackie. So Marshall goes to Josh, spoiler alert, and he says something along the lines of, hey, listen, fam, don't waste your time. She gonna hurt you. She bad work for you, but she good work for me. Hello? She bad work for you. What up, T? She bad work for you, but she good work for me. So if it was me, fam, and you had to compete against me, it's a dub for you. It's quiet for you. Hit what those boots is made for walking, and that's just what they should do. So pretty much, Marshall goes back into the pod, and he tells Jackie, hey, baby girl, listen, I know old boy was checking for you, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. This that splat right here. I got you. Don't worry about Josh. I hope y'all seen Casino, because there's a lot of parallels between Love is Blind season 4 Josh, Marshall, and Whole Happy Jackie, Sam Rothstein, and Ginger. There's a lot of parallels, and we're going to break down every single last one of them. So, what Jackie do? Jackie do what any real bitch would do, respectfully. She acquiesced and said, oh, you took care of that? Yes, daddy. Okay. My love is to you. So Marshall, fast forward, proposes to, what's her name? Jackie. He proposes to Jackie. Gets on one knee, proposes to Jackie. So now the moment of truth. Now they're about to see each other on the show. There's this big mirror big window where it's a frosted window so they can't see each other. The window reveals itself. It retracts. They finally see each other. Jackie is this Latina woman, curly hair. She's beautiful. You know who Marshall looks like? He's remnants of my guy from Grey's Anatomy, Jackson.
Jesse Williams.
Him too. Yeah, same person. So what ends up happening is I'm sorry, you need me for something? Oh, hold on one second. I'm sorry. So what ends up happening is while Jackie and Marshall is meeting each other for the first time, after Marshall professes his love, and he sees and recognizes she's just as beautiful in the pod mentally. Same thing physically. She's beautiful. He gets down on one knee and he proposes. It all looks well with the world. So we would think. What ends up happening is, though, although Marshall is choosing Jackie, somehow, some way, I'm not going to get into it all. Y'all watch the show. Somehow, some way, Jackie has a conversation. Oh, pool party, something. There's a party involved, right? At the birthday party. What he ends up doing. Now they're all seeing each other for the first time outside the park. Jackie is seeing Josh for the first time. They had a little fake connection, but Josh fell back because Marshall told him to. Respect the jokes. And Josh is seeing Jackie for the first time and vice versa. And they all 10 of them, seeing each other. Ironically, though, Jackie has this conversation that I just played and I'm going to play again. What up, All Out? And after Josh has walked and counseled and been there for Jackie in some tumultuous moments in her life and feeling insecure, feeling not enough, feeling family and all this other stuff that, you go through when you're in a relationship at moments in time, perhaps, right? Lean on me. When you're not strong, I'll carry on. How it go? Y'all know the lyrics. So Jackie says this. Live on Broadway podcast. Let's play it back.
That I just can't. Marshall, I can't love you because I'm attracted to Josh. I just saw Josh. And there is some chemistry.
So what was the talk about?
Whoa. Mind you, this is the moment in day. She's supposed to be trying on her fucking wedding dress to get married to What the fuck?
It was him and there is some chemistry.
So what was the talk about?
It was him basically confessing his feelings.
What are you saying to me right now?
I don't want to be with you anymore. And
You want to be with Josh?
I will find that out.
Okay, Jackie. That is very hurtful.
I'm just telling you, Marshall, that I just can't be with you. I can't.
I would like the ring back because I don't think that you deserve it.
Before we even get back to him asking for the ring, where are y'all? Talk to me. Tell me something good. One love, two hearts. Is it possible to love two people at one time? Live on Broadway podcast. I open the mic up and floor for you. What up, though, honey love?
She did not love Marshall. I saw it from the beginning. She did not love Marshall. She definitely does. She doesn't love herself. She has some deep rooted issues that she needs to deal with, and she tends to project. I'm happy we're having this conversation because I definitely wanted to talk about it with somebody. So hey, um, but if she there was something that she said that was very demasculating, um, and she told him that he was not man enough. He needed to man up. That's not somebody that you love. You don't.
Yeah.
She didn't pour into her man. You can't expect for him to be there for you, even though he was, if you're demasculating him like that. So, what kind of role did she want to play? Because clearly she was the man and he was the bitch.
Wow. Tap in with me. D, Allison, Ace, Shanae. Shanae, your PTR look like you got something to say.
There she go. She got dressed for the occasion. All right, so, whew, so I feel like you got one heart or whatever. It has feelings or whatever. It doesn't regulate how many times you can feel it. I think you can regulate how open you want to be to other people, and normally that's why people get committed when they lock in with somebody. But I would believe that if you left yourself open to love someone and then move around and find other people, you probably can find that equally in someone else. But it probably won't happen that often because normally people will shut down and get all happy and go lucky when they find the one that ignites their fire, like fire and desire. So I think that's the only reason why it doesn't happen. But I definitely don't believe that it just can't happen, because if your heart loves for whatever specific reason, I'm sure if somebody else unlocks that box, you know. And I told you earlier, some women be still be in love with their baby father and then be loving him and still loving the new dude, but still kind of got love with the other dude. So let's just wake that up.
Wake that up.
Because women don't know how to compartmentalize it all the time. Some women.
Don't clean it up by saying something. Don't clean it up by saying something.
All would be crazy. I don't know all these women's lives. I'm just saying. Man, I heard stories before. Women being in love with two people at the same time. So I think there's a song about it or something.
Yeah, it's called Ho Happy Jackie. Hello. Tap in with us. I heard you was looking for me. Honey, come up here. So here's the thing, right? I think in regards to loving two people at one time. Two people at once. Do you think it's possible to love two people at one time? Ace, tap in with me. See, Ace is busy loving two people at one time. What up, though, Benny?
Don't allow your fiance to stop you from finding your husband. So I did not see.
The fuck?
I actually did not see this season of Love is Blind. It does seem, based off of what Ali said, based off of what you're saying as well, that she saw the fiance guy as a placeholder, and the guy that later expressed interest in her was who she really wanted. Maybe at some point she thought she couldn't get him, and that's why she accepted the other guy's proposal. But once who she really wanted expressed that he wanted her back, she just felt like, well, you know what? I'm going to go for it. Yeah. Yeah, I think she just saw the fiance as a placeholder.
So that wasn't love, you saying?
Exactly.
Temporary?
Well, see,
I think it was just, it was a guarantee.
All right, so interestingly enough, right? I posed a question because Allison said, oh, no. She never loved him anyway. Every time Allison talk, I just hear mad drama music in the background before any word utters out her mouth. Oh no, Broadway.
She didn't. She
loved him
She
anyway.
didn't love him.
Well, here's my resistance to that, right, Allison? Whenever you're in a relationship with someone More often than not, it's not a mutual split. It's somebody fell out of love, or somebody's not active, somebody's not doing, and the other person is seeing it and they leave, right? More often than not. So somebody could often say the same in reverse to, if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, you start off all fast, you ahead of the race. That's how you get the position. So how do we ever know, or are we able to identify love? What love is? Because if you start off loving somebody, being in a relationship with somebody, doing all the things, right? Love is an action word. But then as time goes on, you stop being there. No. That means they never loved you neither. So that poses the question, have you ever really experienced what love is from a significant other? Allison, this is when you speak. Hello?
Okay, so you're directing it to me. Um, yes, I have. I have experienced love from my significant other. And I've also given love. And not because it was given to me. So it wasn't conditional in that sense. When it comes to Jackie, the issue I have with this is that she said a whole lot of things to him that he was there for her, right? Regardless of whatever she was going through, she had multiple breakdowns emotionally, and he was there for her through quote unquote thick and thin, because this is the relationship that he wanted, that she wanted. He chose to be with her throughout all their conversations. Before she even knew what she looked like, he proposed. And then he saw her and he was like, okay, well, we got a vibe. This is somebody that I really want. She's beautiful. She's smart, blah, blah, blah. But then they go away to Mexico. And this is what happens. You don't know somebody until you live with them, until you spend 24 hours a day with them. And this is what happens. So when they went away on their like little vacation honeymoon thing before the marriage, right? Because they go away when they're engaged, they spend a week. This is when you see, do they snore? Do they drool? Do they got coal in their eye? Do they brush their teeth in the morning? What do they wear to bed? You get the ins and outs of this person. And this is when the veil is falling, because he saw everything. He knows exactly who she is, what she says, how she is, what she looks like when she cries, and he sees her when she's angry. And this is she said she said so many horrible things to him when she was angry, and this is how she came to this. And she wasn't pleased with his response, so that's why she went to Josh.
She said something though, and I don't know if y'all picked it up. She said something. She said something. This is what she said. She said that.
Because you should never.
Marshall, I can't love you because I'm attracted to Josh.
Freeze frame. She says, Marshall, I can't love you because I'm attracted to Josh. Well, there's nothing wrong with being attracted to someone else while being in a relationship. They didn't stop making other handsome men when they made Broadway. The fuck? They didn't. There's nothing wrong with being attracted to following through with that attraction. That's where the issue lies. So, do you guys agree with what Broadway just said? Or do you guys disagree and there's something wrong with being attracted to someone even though you're in a relationship? Because you're in a relationship.
So I would say it's not unnatural to become attracted to somebody, but I would say it would be problematic to become like to allow yourself to fall into to get googly eyes when you're supposed to have only eyes for her. So I'm gonna say I would just reword that because that sounds problematic. Sounds like a lot of explaining need to be done in that kitchen after you finish Broadway. But
Well, you
go
know what
ahead.
I'm saying. You're saying what I'm saying, but you're just saying it in a different way. They didn't. Well, attracted might not be the right word. I prefer to say maybe something along the lines of they didn't stop making attractive people when they made you and I or whomever, right? They didn't stop making. So to see somebody and acknowledge their beauty, to see somebody and acknowledge that they're handsome, so what? There's nothing wrong with that. So she saw Josh for the first time and saw that he was attractive, and she chose to act on it. What up, though, Phoenix? So the question goes back to, because I see Shanae, I see Honey acting cute on mute, but it's cool, honey. My probation thing gonna be all right. Is it possible to love two people at one time, Phoenix?
I knew you was coming for me, Broadway. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, God is love, and God loves us all. I think people misconstrue the definition of love,
Mm.
which is what always leaves us in a position. Um, I wouldn't go so far as to go on a religious route, but I would just say in the simplest terms, um, there's no control factor as far as vision and feeling and things along those lines. You can't determine or decide um, this is what it is, because no matter who we are, no matter what we do, looks and any of those things, we're still loved.
Okay.
And in the case of a personal thing where relationships are concerned, um, I think you said it not too long ago. Um, Being attracted to someone else doesn't doesn't make you love someone any less. Why are you restricted? Why are you restricted to whom and how many people you can love?
Mm.
I don't get that when people say that. I don't get it at all. Is I've loved, and I've loved more than one person at one time, and that's not a negative thing. Energy that we share with one another gets us to a point where you're going to grow to love someone. You don't, just because you start loving one person, stop loving another.
Mm-hmm.
I think people need to do some shadow work, do some inner work, and define love. And when they get to that point and learn what love really is, they won't put that connotation on where you have to love just one person.
I take
I
that.
disagree.
Oh,
I
Shanae,
don't
you
think.
got a voice tonight. Okay.
Hi, Broadway. Yeah, I disagree. I don't think you can, because then there's different types of love. Like, so yeah,
Well, be clear.
you can have.
Being clear. We're regarding
Okay.
being in love. I'm sorry. I should have said that. Right.
Right, right. The Eros, right. The passionate. So I'm speaking like the passionate, like the relationship love, right? So the other types of love, yeah, you can have for different people, but the one we're specifically talking about, I don't think that. I think that if you can fall in love with the second person, you were never in love with the first person, and maybe it was the lust could have been mistaken for love, because I don't think there would be room for I don't think it'll be room for the second person to even come into the picture if you truly love the first person, if that makes sense.
So you're saying if you love someone, if you're in love with someone, it's not possible to love someone else, because if you do find yourself in love with someone else, that means you never really truly loved the first person?
Right. Like it was something like something was wrong with the first, like I don't believe the first one was real. Like it maybe it could have just been mistaken for lust, or maybe it was a different type of love
Yeah,
and it
that's gonna be a
wasn't
no
the
for
real.
me, dog.
So I don't think that you can, because how would you even find the get the room to even fall in love again if you're already in love? To me, that just don't really make sense. But to each his own.
So Shanae, what is love? How do you identify someone loving you?
God, never to go down this route. All right, never mind.
Because I got something to
I
say,
just
but I
want to
need to
just state mine.
quantify it.
Okay. All right. So you said we didn't want to go down the route of like the different types of love. So we're only talking about the
Being in
passionate
love.
type,
If
in
somebody
love, the
is in,
relationship, right?
if someone is in love with Shanae, how do you know it?
Yeah, it's definitely the chemistry, the energy. There are certain things that you wouldn't do for other people, for people who you're not in love with, who you would do, what you would do for someone who you are in love with. So it looks different. I think it's subjective, right? It's gonna look different for everyone.
No, no, no.
All I'm saying,
Don't moonwalk yourself out of
I
this
don't want to
one.
get personal. I am moving myself out of
Don't
it. I don't want to get
moonwalk yourself,
personal.
because I'm on you.
I don't really want to get personal. I'm just stating that I don't think that you can be in love with two people at the same time. And if you do find yourself being in love with two people at the same time, 9 times out of 10, probably more often than not, right? You weren't never in love with the first person. For the second person to even come into your life, for them to even have that impact on you to make you feel like you love them, right? That wouldn't have been able to happen if you were truly in love already.
All right, so look, check this here, right? Love is an action word, right? I think we most of us, if anybody disagrees with that, that's your cross to carry. You see Jesus in heaven or devil in hell when you get there. I think that I believe that love is an action word. We can tell if somebody loves us or are in love with us by way of what they do in their actions, right? I haven't personally ever seen someone truly and genuinely love and say they in love with someone and not have them show up by way of action, right? And action look different. Sometimes action is quality time. Sometimes action is gifts of service, words of affirmation. You know, the love languages, right? Sometimes that's what love looks. Well, in most cases, that's what love looks like, right? Being in love with someone, right? I believe that it is possible to love two people at one time. To be in love, more specifically. And here's how. The same way you fell for Becky will be the same way you fall for John. The same way you fell for John be the same way you fell for Timothy and all these other guys' names that women date. I don't know these niggas. I don't know these guys' names. But what I'm saying is you can fall for somebody by simply spending time with them. You in a relationship. You in love with your significant other. But if you're spending time going out, being on the phone, FaceTiming, in each other DMs, you're opening up Pandora's box. Why are we shocked and surprised that that the whole happy Jackie was able to fall for Josh because she spent a lot of time with Josh in those cubicle thingamajiggers, pods they call them. We're not surprised by that, right? Because fact of the matter is, hold on. Fact of the matter is when you open yourself up to the possibility of thinking it's just a break from our normal. It's just a timeout. It's just somebody to vent to. It's just going to be you falling in love. So the point and bottom line of what I'm saying is, because Shanae's hot off the press, is it is possible to love two people at one time if you're opening yourself up. And I wouldn't even go that far as, see, women do that thing where well, did you really truly love me? Yes, the nigga truly loved you. He was just being an a-hole and doing things that he wasn't supposed to be doing, because just as he was attracted to you, Shanae, right? Just as he was attracted to you, Allison, runs the risk of him being attracted to somebody else if he's acting on those attractions. So it's fully possible, fully capable to love two people at one time. Now, check this. Jackie ain't do nothing wrong. Wake it up, Broadway. I most certainly am. Jackie ain't do nothing wrong. Why she ain't do nothing wrong, Broadway? The reason why she ain't do nothing wrong is because she ain't know these dudes. She went with the best outfit. Jackie went with the best outfit. She chose herself. Jackie chose herself. Jackie chose to be with, opened up Pandora's box, the person that Jackie thought Marshall was, which was a roughneck. She found out that he was Jackson from Grey's Anatomy, and he was provided the soft life by way of his mother, Felicia Richard, and Meredith left the hospital, and Derek died, and everything is wrong with the world. This is bad because of Grey's Anatomy. Hello? Tap in with me, live on Broadway podcast. Shanae, the floor is yours, Queen.
I still disagree. Like I said, she was never in love
Somebody
with
mute her
the first
mic.
guy named Marshall.
Somebody mute her mic.
Marshall. She was never, but like you said, right? They were complete strangers. Like, she never really fell in love with Marshall.
So how she fell in love with Josh?
Because she's still not in love. She don't even know if the relationship is gonna go anywhere. Because you heard him ask
They're
her, like,
moving in together. They moving in together.
Okay.
She said, cool, I don't need to be in this relationship. No, you do need to be in a relationship because you like Josh. You like Josh, Miss Lady, Ho Happy Jackie. You like Josh. You want to be with Josh. Josh is more edgy for you. But here's a better question, a better observation. Are ladies bringing home the right guy? Yo, D, are ladies bringing home the right guy because of family and friends, but the person that they're really attracted to, I mean, that's why the relationship probably never works, because the person that they really attracted to, they can't bring home because they know it doesn't look good on paper. It's an interesting observation. I think it requires more effort, more thought. But I think there's a lot of people that put themselves in situations and wonder why their relationship never worked out. Not all people, but their relationship never worked out because that's not the person you truly are attracted to. You want to be with Pookie and Ray Ray. You want to be with these dudes. We saw Sex Life. I didn't watch the season 2, but I need to. Where Shorty was cool with the dude knocking her hole loose and liked his edginess, liked him knocking her hole loose in the pool and all that other stuff. And her man that was providing her a soft life, Benoit, she ended up cheating on the dude. And then had a co-conspirator, her best friend. And why they had to make her black. But anyway, I digress. Somebody talk to me. Tell me something good. Tell me something real.
Well, I'm just gonna say it's not always that she's with the good, quote unquote, good dude or the safe dude because the other dude, she can't bring him home. Sometimes the dude she really wants just doesn't want to take her seriously. And I think that that's what it comes down to, he probably is looking at someone else that he really is interested in, and she's great for a good time, but he's not going to actually want to value her and invest in her. And this safe guy is willing to do all of that. And so I think sometimes women pick people based off of what they need and not necessarily what they really want.
I'm not going to give that too much resistance.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm not going to give that too much resistance. I was hoping Shanae was talking before Benoit started, so I could give her all the resistance. Allison, back to you, Queen.
Yes.
No, we got 15 minutes. Listen, it's not here for a long time. We here for a good time. I see. So here's the thing, right? I honestly feel as though we, as adults and humans, somehow, some way, we began to allow the people in our lives to matter more to us than needed. And I was just saying this to somebody the other day. I believe that sometimes we got to get out of our own way and just relish in the you are an individual. Let's stop trying to be accepted by everything and everybody. Let's be cool with being you, right? It's not about, not being loyal. It's about being you. And whatever that is, when you're being you, what I'm trying to show y'all is when you're being you, right? Because we're about solutions, right? When you're being you, what ends up happening is you create people that's in your life and they look like you. There's no relationship that people will have to stand back from afar and say, how did y'all meet? How did that happen? Because you're surrounding yourself with people that are images and reflections of how you look. Let's go, Broadway. It's when people start, you putting on this facade and you live in a lie and you got these people around you, and in your heart, many people are questioning, not in your heart, but on the outside, people are questioning certain things because certain things just don't look right. You know the person that puts on a lot of labels and wear the labels just because it's the labels, or they put on the new Timbs. A lot of Brooklyn dudes would do this. Shout out to Brooklyn. They would wear the new Timbs or the new jeans and the new shirt with the old dusty Timbs. I love Brooklyn, but it is what it is. You can't commingle your relationships. Your relationships shouldn't be commingled. They should all be predicated off of the personality of who you are. Sometimes we grow out of who we once were and we step into this new thing, but we still carry on these relationships from our yesteryears and they hold us back. And that's what I think is happening with Ho Happy Jackie. She's trying to step into this new woman and being this new person and trying this new thing. But what ends up happening is she gets caught up in the matrix. Shout out to my brother D. She gets caught up in that. And what happens? The moment that she's released from the asylum, she runs out and she starts doing what unstable creatures do. They go back to their old habits. The Josh dude is the same dude that she would have chose when she was out in the streets before the pod. That's the same person. So you can't tell me that you're honestly trying something new if you keep surrounding yourself with the old stuff. Or everybody in your life looks like old work, but you this new person. There's some people that like that too. Some people like to be the person with all the shiny things and keeping their dusties around them because they get to stand out. Oh, it's a lot of you women too that like to be the gorgeous woman with all of the hood rat unattractive women out there. It's a lot of y'all out here running around being with that type of good, fake good company because y'all want to look and shine bright like a diamond. we. I'll stop. I'll finish. I'll finish when y'all start. Hello? Moti, courtesy, tap in with me. Something, please. Anybody.
I'm here. It's kind of crazy because I actually seen the actual season of this show, and it's kind of confusing to me in this particular situation how you kind of got everything you kind of wanted or was looking for, and then change your mind and things of that nature out of nowhere. And then you understand that you changed your mind, and he probably respected that you changed your mind, but you still feel like you was rewarded the ring, which was only proposed to you in confidence that you was going to be with that man. So it I don't know, it kind of hurts, and it kind of puts me in more fear of even wanting to step that direction because you don't know what you're going to get. And I'll end with that.
But back to what Trey just said on YouTube. Josh been her type. Hello? He's a boxer. He's Spanish, over 6 feet. And he told her in the pause he's not romantic or like Marshall. What?
But that would go back to then to my perspective. Yes. I would feel like that actually goes to women not being able to approach what they want or what they're looking for, because she basically waited till he expressed his feelings last minute.
That boy on fire. Hold on. Wheel up, selector. The man said women aren't. Wait, how you say that? Flash it again. He said they don't approach what they say it again. Say it again.
They don't approach what they actually want.
And if I was a betting man, which I'm not, if I was a blind man, which I'm not, I would bet in my last chip on most women don't know how to deal with rejection. So they find it safe to rest in their femininity to some capacity, which I'm always here for, because it's easier to say, I'm gonna let them come to me, opposed going to them because they really don't want to be rejected. What are we potting about tonight? And we're going to get to that ring because you woke it up a little bit. Am I lying? I'll stop when I'm lying. I will stop when I'm lying. Anybody feel like I'm lying?
You talking that talk right now. I mean, to even push it further, my belief, some women that don't approach is because they may feel like they don't reach those standards. Feel me? They're already coming with a self-value of themselves, sometimes over self-value, and coming to a man and thinking that, feel me, I'm here, feel me? And it's like sometimes it ain't enough.
Women are beautiful. Women are gorgeous. I just think to some capacity, I'm not saying you got to walk with your head down. I just think there's some women, not all, that walk around and they overly confident. Overly confident. Nothing wrong with being confident. I'm a confident dude. But there's a certain nastiness and unattractiveness that oozes off of people when they're overly confident. And then when you sit back and you be like, nah, like I don't really think you as fly, and I don't really think you as fly as you think. And I don't even mean what you wearing. And just like in life, I think your personality is kind of trash. But we're going to play the rest of this clip live on Broadway Podcast. Check it out.
I just saw Josh. And there is some chemistry.
So what was the talk about?
It was him basically confessing his feelings.
What are you saying to me right now?
I don't want to be with you anymore. And
You want to be with Josh?
I will find that out.
Okay, Jackie. That is very hurtful.
I'm just telling you, Marshall, that I just can't be with you. I can't.
I would like the ring back because I don't think that you deserve it. Because you should never have accepted my proposal.
Well, I'm going to keep the ring because I accepted it because I wanted to marry you. Everything I told you in that pod was real.
And you know what? I don't even care. You can keep the ring. Every time you look at that thing, whatever you do with it, I want you to be reminded that you passed up on something great.
Okay.
All right.
What the?
I heard it.
What
I heard
the?
enough,
You sucker! You. Go ahead, D, please.
First of all, this is all. That's all TV shit right there. TV show paid. The network paid for the ring because there's no way he would. I'm leaving here with something, Jack. I'm leaving here with something. All right. That's my shit. Let me get that. Run that ring. But what I'm trying to say is, how she trying to justify, like, yo, you don't want me, but you want the ring? Like, that just sounded like some TV shit. I can't even give my emotions to that. Like, that, I really feel like that was just, they just wanted to do that to make us mad.
She said he wanted the ring back so he could propose to another woman, which was not true. He wanted her. He wanted the ring back because that's what happens. If you
I
end a
don't care
relationship,
if he wanted it to go bowling and throw the shit down the damn lane. It's my ring and I want it now. Run my ring back.
I'm not debating you. I'm agreeing with you.
I'm here with you. Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just in my feelings right now. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Like Eminem said, you know, I said that to make you mad.
I got the collectors up here with me, beloved. Tap in with me, King. I mean, it's a lot. It's a war
Collectors
going.
is messy tonight.
It's a
messy
war.
tonight.
Man, it's messy tonight, collectors. There's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. They don't care if your name Josh or you Marshall. They don't care. So
yeah, I just seen something crazy.
Love is Blind. They talking crazy. Shorty wants the ring back, and now we on the ring. So the question obviously becomes: if you propose to a woman and she says no, do you want your ring back? It's a simple question.
Yes. It's a simple thing. Give me my ring back. My ring came with the proposal. That was part of the deal. You didn't take the deal. So it's like signing to a record label. You don't get your advance and be like, I'm going to another label. You can't take that back. You didn't sign a deal, baby. Send that back, you little bum. Because what you want to hold on to, any female that want to hold on to something like that is weird to me.
Whoa,
it's only about the materialistic thing of it.
Here's another question. God forbid you got married and got a divorce. Do you want her to lose the last name too?
Yeah, clip my shit. I'm out here kinging, baby. I don't want you running around with my shit with some other pimp.
What I'm saying is everything that you got when everything you got when you was with me.
Clip that.
It was predicated.
Rory, I remember your stance on this. Rory want everything back.
Come on.
Rory coming up with the U-Haul truck. Rory's serious about that shit. He come with backing up the U-Haul truck.
And here's the thing. Because I'm so comfortable with living in me, D, I don't care what's right and what's cool and what's co-signable by everybody else. You get what I'm saying? That goes back to, oh, he's not a gentleman. Oh, that's not a real man. Out of here. What are you talking about? Okay? Because much could be said on the reverse. If I do some, and again, this is only predicated if you've done some foul-ish to me. You get what I'm saying? That's the only way that's how I move. If you do something foul, oh, you best believe. You get what I'm saying? But if you ain't do nothing foul, it's just some mutual thing. Cool, I get it. You understand what I'm saying? But Shorty's telling him, I'm not jacking you, Marshall. Jackie ain't jacking you. I want to be with Josh, the dude that is over 6 feet, Spanish, is a boxer, and is more my type. I want to be with him. So, yeah, and I don't want to give you your ring back. And to the question I just asked, collectors, which I want you to answer, beloved.
Yes, Ken.
That last name gotta go. That last name gotta go.
I agree. If we separate, I don't want you with my. I don't. Too much is attached. Your name is gold. No, you can't. Nah, you live in a hole. Do your thing under your name or under whatever, but not mine.
All right, cool. I appreciate that, beloved. Let's go to a woman. Shanae, are you by your mic? Shanae?
Yeah, I'm here.
Shanae, if you got married and God forbid got a divorce, are you keeping the last name, or are you done away with it like you did the marriage? Not to say you the reason why the marriage ended, because he could have filed for the papers. Hello?
Right. It depends. So if we have children, and of course the kids have his last name, then yeah, I'm gonna keep it. But if there's no kids involved, I'm gonna clip it. So I guess it just depends.
Oh, no, Shanae, do not listen. Don't come on the pod tonight and give me these answers that you study. Hold on. Don't give me these answers that you study. Hold on. Don't give me the answers that you study for with your girlfriends during girl talk, or some relationship coach dude done told you and it's politically correct. No, forget the kids. Right? Those kids are his kids, and you are those kids' mother, but you aren't that man's wife. Why are you keeping the name?
It depends.
Here we go.
It depends. I mean, a lot of things. I'm telling you, it definitely depends. Like, if certain things were accomplished with that last name, like it just depends. If I don't want to change it, like,
I'm coming for mine. She coming up off that way. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. For lawyers and everything, I'm coming for mine.
There's so many reasons why people will keep it, but if none of those reasons were in place, then yeah, I would clip his last name.
You know what I don't like about this podcast? That we know the politically correct nonsense, right? We know that, right? We know, when we come on the pod, I'm gonna say the things that I know people are going to agree with to a great. Not say how you really feel, and I'm not saying that's not how you feel, Queen. I'm not saying that. I'm just speaking outside of that. If that's how you feel, cool. But I just think sometimes we come on the pod, or we get on these soapboxes and we say the things like, it's all subjective. Everything is subjective. Can I get an answer that's not based off of being being subjective? That's a real concrete, and so it may not be popular, right? But it's you. Because I'm big on people being who they are and surrounding themselves with who they are. Because I need to see you and see you all around you. It's easy to tell why me and this guy, Collectors, got a relationship. Hello. It's easy to tell when you speak to D, Collectors, anybody that's in my immediate, it's easy to tell why they're there. Some of you people out here be carrying on these relationships because the relationship is predicated on what you can get as a byproduct of having that person in your life. Let's go, Broadway. Let's go, Broadway.
And that goes along with keeping that last name.
A lot goes along.
And going on and still benefiting.
And that's and you see, and this is why you my guy. Mm-hmm. And that's what's accompanied with keeping the last name. A lot was done with that last name. Cool, I get it. Right? But anybody that's a hustler, they're going to destroy and rebuild all the same. So it's not the last name that you're afraid of. You're going to destroy that and rebuild something else. Give me my last name.
Yeah. If I'm remarried, right? Of course, then yeah. But
if it didn't work with me, nobody wants to marry you. The fuck?
Yeah, I'm not going through all of that. But I mean, I also
I'm gonna look at you crazy when I meet you and you're divorced with somebody else's last name. I'm gonna look at a little crazy for that.
You won't know.
That might be what you got to be thinking about now. Because I want to know why you still jacking him? Why you still
Hold on.
jacking dog like that?
Hold on. Why you won't fire
You
in the
supposed to be
booth?
out here trying to
Fire in
move
the
on.
booth. Hold on,
Why
collectors.
she still
That's the
jacking his
bar.
last
That's
name?
the
Why she
bar.
still banging that
Hold on.
gangway?
Yo, he said, I'm going to look at you funny if I meet you and you still carrying the next man's last name. Hello.
Even if it's financially beneficial and all that, me personally, I just find it weird. If I
Wow.
took a woman's last name, when we divorce, she can have her last name back. I don't care what came with it.
Wow.
That's like being some kind of like, that's like being branded after that. You just branded after that.
I'm still stuck on, I'm looking at, and that would be something Broadway would do. I'm looking at you kind of different with the funny eyes if I meet you and you got another dude last name.
What if they, even with the kids involved, you still on that?
Hey, Courtesy, you know my motto.
Your children get your last
You
name
know
regardless.
my
What
motto.
does that have
F
to do
them
with
kids,
must stop being
hello?
your children because y'all divorced. Your children are your children for life. Make
F
it make
them
sense.
kids. Them kids can
Your
crawl
children are
back
your
up in
children
the...
for life.
Yo. Yeah, I know Honey Love down there like, yo, I'm just saying, hey, I need the fan on. It's spicy in here tonight.
I mean, it's also for, besides the kids, right? It's also for like professional reasons as well.
Here you go.
I'm just saying.
Here you go. Don't just say. Don't.
I'm just saying. There's so many.
Broadway, watch her when she use that tone, when she does that shit that she
What
just
am
did,
I
like
doing? Oh,
the
Yo,
little
D,
smirk behind it.
D, I can't believe somebody I'd never seen their face. D, hello? I can't take them too serious. No, but the world has never seen what Sinead looks like. They only seen hips, dips, and curves. Nobody's ever seen what her... Yo, Sinead's a catfish. I don't even know if these are all her. Like, hold up a sign in your PTR that says this is Sinead right now. Hello? Because we don't believe you. You need more people, Sinead. Allison,
What?
are you by your mic? No, we're going. Somebody mute Sinead. D
Okay.
preferably.
Okay. What's up, Rowan?
Oh my God. Oh, has anybody ever Allison, have you ever seen Sinead in real life?
Nah.
Tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Benoit, have you ever seen Sinead in real life? Benoit?
No. Yeah, I have not.
Okay, she have not, right? She has not. So, Courtesy, Courtesy, you ever seen Sinead in real life?
I just met her today, bro.
Hey, listen. The unanimous decision is
Why
nobody
knows.
No, I ain't asking him because he's compromised. D is compromised. I'm gonna leave that where it's at. D is compromised. Oh man. Listen, we're gonna open up the platform. Final thoughts. Let's get into it. Final thoughts. Oh my God. I'm gonna go to D first. D, tap it. I'm coming to you in a second, collectors. Final thoughts on you, D.
Yeah, the last name thing. I hear all of that for business purposes and for the kids and for everything else that you can come up with. But I guarantee you, if I wanted you to keep it and you didn't want to keep it, you could find every reason why you're going to get rid of it. So I'm just not going to go with just that. But my final thoughts is, I do believe that people can like have love for a certain amount of people, but I think when you have that natural feeling, we automatically go into the mode of isolation where we just want to focus on one, which makes it less problematic and complicated.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hard to quantify what love is and falling in love and yada yada yada. Everybody got their own different definition for love. So this has been I'm happy to see that you was able to get this much amount of cohesiveness together with this conversation, because love is like crazy right nowadays. But yeah, I'm good.
Thank you for that, King. Where we at? Let me see, PTR. Allison, talk to me, Queen. Final thoughts on you, beloved.
Yes. Hey. There's a lot to be said with being in a relationship with somebody, but there's even more to be said to join into a relationship, a union, when you are not prepared to be. And when I say prepared to be, you have to prepare yourself. Like, you have to have your mind right. You have to know how to love yourself in order to love the other person the way they need to be loved. And if you are not, do not disturb them. Keep them where they at, and you go find yourself.
Thank you for that, Queen Benny. I mean, Queen Allie. Giving Benoit props before it gets to her. Benny, talk to me.
Don't set yourself on fire to keep others warm. Put yourself first. Don't allow your fiance to stop you from finding your husband. Good night.
The fuck?
Fuck is you talking about?
Yo.
I picked all that up. She picked some
the
shit.
worst part to it is I agree with it all.
I picked it all up.
Oh, God. Shanae, one time for the one time. Oh, you know what? Let's skip over Shanae. Courtesy Beloved, where you at? We just, Shanae gave her final thought in the first hour.
I'ma just say, man, be careful in these streets, man. That's all I could say. Don't look before you leap. That's all I can really tell you. Look before you leap and take your time. I think it's just nasty out here. That's all I can really say. Just be careful.
Look both ways before crossing the street, huh? Literally, both ways. Tap in with me, Shanae, one time, Queen.
I don't know. Don't let your boyfriend stop you from finding your husband. I like that. I agree with that. I end with that.
All right. Easy on Shanae. Collectors, one time, beloved, we had a lot of different conversations just to catch you up a little bit. What's wrong with being attracted to someone else? We also had the conversation of one. Is it possible for one person to be in love with two different people at one time? And the question, another one of the questions that we spoke about was obviously the last name thing, right? We spoke about quite a few different things, but tap in. Final thoughts on you, King.
I think it's perfectly human and perfectly fine to be attracted to anybody else besides your significant other. It doesn't become a problem unless you can't discipline it. That's when it becomes a problem. That's when it becomes in my opinion. Can one person love two people? Yeah. Because everybody's different. Like the brother was saying earlier, everybody expresses they love different. You know what I'm saying? And you can't say that. You can't speak for nobody else. The question is like if you could do that. Me personally, I don't know. I can't, but I think people can because there's people out here that have numerous wives and husbands and they happy and those people feel loved by them. You know what I'm saying? It's going on, so it's proven that can happen.
Yeah.
And you know how I feel about the last name. If you not banging a set, you cannot get no rap off of it.
Period.
What
up, Luna? It's funny to actually hear you speak and say what you said, King, because I said a lot of the same things you just said earlier, right? But again, when you're choosing the people in your life because you're really you, it's gonna be they almost become a fake echo chamber, because not saying everything is gonna be aligned, but just saying that you're gonna keep good energy around you, right? I don't know crackheads that's friends with billionaires, right? I mean, literally crackheads that's on the corner that's friends with billionaires. I don't personally and actively friends. I don't know that because we don't. Why would we be friends? We don't speak about the same thing. We're not interested in anything to any stretch of the imagination. Final thoughts on Broadway. What up, David? I'm gonna start with what I was just saying with the collectors. Pick and choose your friends wisely and your significant others wisely. The reason why I say that is because when we don't, we find ourselves in ho happy Jackie positions, right? Trying to step up and be something that we aren't, and people are becoming attracted to that, but it's only so long fake thugs can pretend. You can't keep that up. There's a lot of men and women out here that's moving and shaking and they giving energy based off of who they, you know, the game. You know why the artist, the rapper Game, the Game, y'all know him, right? West Coast, Compton, Eminem, all that, G-Unit. You know why his name is The Game? His name is The Game for the same reason a lot of people gave him flack in the industry, because he sounds like everybody. He sounds like The Game. He could sound like Eminem. He could sound like 50 Cent. He could sound like Dre. He could sound like Eminem. He could rap like all these people, and that's his style. That's his style. That's his way he creates. He could be a little bit of everything, right? But the interesting thing is this part isn't in line with the artist, The Game, right? But we gotta find out who we are more sooner than later. And some people, I told this story I had an intimate moment with somebody, and I shared the story of it was this one kid, and he used to just always suck up, so that he could get into position, right? He used to always suck up, but then he ended up getting his wings cut short because nobody knew who he was. So when something came out about him, and it probably wasn't true, you guessed it, they end up, I can't share that story on, I realize I can't share that story on air. But what I'm saying is the bottom line is, be who you are and stop being something you're not. Jackie was being someone she wasn't, but she didn't have the wherewithal to get to the finish line. A lot of people want to be bosses. They don't have the wherewithal to front their own stuff, right? A lot of people want to be in the streets trapping, but when it gets thick, they don't have it. A lot of people want to be in love. Let's just keep it apples to apples. A lot of people want to be in love in healthy relationships, but they don't have the guts to actually go and heal and be whatever it is you want to be for the most part, and be complete. I'm not going to say healed, but be complete, because y'all know how I feel about being healed. Y'all don't know how Broadway feels about being healed? I'm glad you asked. I'll tell you. I don't want somebody that's completely healed. I don't want that. I want somebody that's a little broken in certain places. Not completely, but I want to be able to help. I want to be able to fix, and vice versa, right? A lot of people be wanting to be with people that's all the way, yeah, I'm healed. Do the work. Do what work? Work on being together with somebody else. Because that's what life is about, cohabitating. Two, more, plural, in unison, together, one. That's what life is about. Not just being about yourself. A lot of y'all get so fixated on being together, being complete, that you forget, and being healed, that you guys forget the other part of the equation, which is what comes after the plus. Is often another piece to the puzzle that gets you to the equal. But y'all so busy focusing on the singular part. Easier for all that. I think tonight's conversation was amazing. I think my guy Collectors came in here and woke it up. I think Courtesy did the same. Shout out to Shanae. She can't hear me, but she tried, but she lied. Hello, Lance. I wish Luna and David was here earlier, because I know y'all would have definitely added value. Benoit was short-winded, but she was impactful. Allison, the same difference. I saw y'all tonight. My guy D came in and shook it up a little bit. Wasn't the best D tonight. But he was at about a 6. Yeah, you was at a 6 tonight. Pause. Not me rating him. Rating y'all. But what I enjoyed tonight the most was actually being able to sit here with you guys and have an honest conversation outside of the cap that Shanae was spewing out there. I hate when we have these conversations amongst our friends and we come in implied or we just come in and say the right things. You know, it's easy. I like to read through comments and listen and read the comments that's not popular, the unpopular opinion. You get what I'm saying? The unpopular, unfiltered truth. A lot of y'all be saying things that's right and exact. Some of y'all truly mean that, and that's cool. I get it. No problem, no beef. But a lot of y'all know. Y'all can see the difference. Live on Broadway podcast. I think we need to create a room and entitle it the last name. I want to talk about the last name. I want to talk about that some more. D. Allison. Allison, do your job and set the title up, Allison. Get it together.
She gonna chop that title off. It's gonna be so
You
funny.
don't pay me enough.
We run your life, Allison. Get it together. Live on Broadway podcast. You know the
raise.
You know the vibe.
All right, it's gonna be.
No. Go for it, D.
My bad. I was bugging.
Live on Broadway podcast. Y'all know my vibe. Y'all know my body. It's cheaper to be yourself. Be giant. Pool.
Clip.
Do you have relationship questions you need answered? Spicy topics? DM us at Live on Broadway Podcast. Have music, products, or an ad you want us to run? Email us at Live on Broadway Podcast. Be sure to tap in. Mondays, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Live on IM_Broadway's Instagram. Clear.